Hi everyone. So this is where we're going to be brooding our layers. Sorry, our pullets. They are called pullets at that young age. So this is where we're going to be brooding our pullets, and it's a very wide space. But we're going to be we had to this is the part we're going to be using before we expand. And one of the reasons why we like this place is because it is a place where they can have good ventilation when they intend to open the brooding pen up. So this is what we're going to be using for the layers. I posted something yesterday. I said when you're using wood shavings, you don't need carton. Yes, wood shavings is the one that look like the back of the wood. But please and please, if you're using this type, if you're using the sawdust, this is not the sawdust type. But if you're using the sawdust type or this type, please, you definitely need carton or paper to cover it up. Reason being that your birds might mistake this for food. When they come, they just do this pecking thing. They just want to be pecking walls. That's why some people even pour their food on the ground so that they get used to the food. So by using this type or the sawdust, please do cover it up with a carton or paper. But when you're using this the wood shavings, the other one that looks like the back of the wood, you don't need a carton or paper. But for this type and the sawdust, you definitely need to cover it up so that you don't have chick mortality, because your chicks can just eat it and you just fool them up and you start having chicks mortality. Yes, so please, by using this type, the motor saw and the sawdust, you want to cover it up for a while, at least for some few days, so that they get used to food. After some few days, you can actually remove it and they will just be fine. So the pullet class is starting. We're already starting. Let's just say it's starting. We're starting. So this is what we're going to be using. For now, I'm going to show you how we're going to cover everywhere with carton. I'm going to cover this place with carton on the ground. And one of the reasons why I always say cover the ground, always put your shavings first before you put carton, so that when you are putting the shavings, if you just put your carton like that and then after some days you remove it before you want to put shavings, the dust might really affect your cheeks. Sure, you understand? But this one, we've already put this shavings on the ground for like 2 days, so that the dust in the shavings will go out. But we opened everywhere, or the dust and the shavings had to go out, then we had to recover the place again. Yeah, so we had to cover up. So now we're trying to do the finishing touches about covering the shavings with carton. So by the time you want to remove it when your birds are here, all you have to do is just raise it up, remove the carton, and the birds will just be fine. They'll just play on it. Sure, you understand? Rather that time, that's the time you want to start spreading shavings. It doesn't really make sense. So it is better you do it this way. You put your shavings on the ground first before you cover it up with carton, and you cover it up very, very well without leaving any space or hole. We're going to show you after we cover it up. So watch out. Like I said, the pullet class have started. So you can see how we covered everywhere with carton, right? The birds have arrived. You can hear their noise. You can see how we covered everywhere with carton. Yes. If you can get those very big carton, those ones they use for fridge, television, it's easier to cover. This one that is just those biscuit carton, it's kind of many and it's very difficult. So, but then you can still do a very good job with it. So please, like I said already, if you are using wood shavings, you don't need carton. But if you are using those smooth one, the motor saw one, please cover so that you don't have chick mortality. Very, very important. You can hear the best sound, and also you can see that the charcoal is set. And just to be safe, you can see how we did where we put the charcoal. Um, Under of it is there's nothing there, so that something don't just go and catch fire when you are not there. So you want to be safe too. So we're going to be administering glucose and vitamin for the first day. We'll start with the antibiotics tomorrow. You can see that the bears have arrived. They are much. Yes, we're going to be giving glucose and vitamins today. I've already showed you the vitamins before, but definitely I will still show it again. So that's that. So we're going to be giving glucose and vitamin today. And also I'll show you how we'll do the first day vaccination. It's called the IO vaccination. We actually just infuse it into their eyes. So we're going to show you how you do that for the first day. It's actually very, very important. A lot of persons do it for their boilers, but I see it as a waste because you really don't need it for boilers. But layers is very important because your birds are going to stay for a very, 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 very long time. So we're going to show you how we're going to do the iron vaccine. Yes, and also we're using vitamin and um, we're using vitamin and glucose for today. So I'm going to show you next the vitamin and the glucose we are going to be using. So this is the vitamin we are going to be using. It's called the ivory arc vitamin. I know we use vitamin for our boilers, but this one, we prefer to use this one for our pullets. So this is the vitamin we're going to be using, ivory arc multivitamin. And the dosage, it says add 30 grams to every 40 to 80 liters. So we're going to be doing 30 grams to 40 liters for our own. We're going to be doing 30 grams to 40 liters. And like I said, the vitamin is ivory arc. And then everybody know anidone glucose is also very, very good. So we're going to be using anidone glucose. And normal anidone is one gram to 1 liter. So that's that. So any drum or jar or bucket you're using is for you to now measure the dosage. I've often said it, go and get a scale for your drug measurement. You can also use it in weighing your best. So I'm going to do water now, and we're going to show you how we'll do the first day vaccination. So stay tuned. Okay, you can see that we've already introduced the feeders and drinkers, but we're not going to be putting the feed yet. Like I told you, they're going to be taking glucose and vitamin for today. Then from tomorrow, we're going to be using our antibiotics, vitamin, and gumbo NG, like I said. I love gumbo NG when breeding. It helps for the water purifying. So, yes, you can see that the trays and the water is properly arranged. For me, I really love a good arrangement. Yes, a good arrangement. And one thing you need to learn about pullet is if you want them to lay early for you, it depends on how you feed them. We're going to be using the chicken feed. We're going to be using chicken feed for throughout. I think that's what we're going to be using throughout. So, but if you want your birds to lay early for you, you would have to feed them well. If you don't feed them, it's what you give them that they will give you. If you don't feed them well, you see some persons from 18 weeks to 20 weeks, they already started seeing egg. While some they'll get to like 33 weeks, 40 weeks, 45 weeks. That's very bad because they didn't feed well. So these birds are going to be eating day and night because we want to get eggs very early. So you want to have a notebook and a pen, and you want to write and jot because it's going to be weekly series. We can't be posting every day, so it's going to be every 7 day series, and we're going to be posting, and we will not miss anyone. So you can see for now, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to do the IO vaccine. And I'm going to show you how you can do the IO vaccine for day one. You can do it yourself. Yes, you can do it yourself. I'm going to be showing you how you are going to be doing that. So stay tuned. That's what we're going to be doing next. Then unbox them and just let them flex their food and water. But for pullet, please allow them to take water for a while, at least 30 minutes before you introduce feed. Very, very, very important. So I'm going to be showing you how we're going to be giving the IO vaccine, which is the day-old vaccine for them. And I always tell you, store your vaccine in an ice pack. You can see, store your vaccine in an ice pack. This is the vaccine. It's Isovac B1. That's what it's called, Isovac B1. And then it's 1,000 doses for the birds. Yes. So you're going to be wondering, why should I give my birds IO? Like I said, some people give it to their broilers, but I feel that's a waste of money. You can give it to your pullet. It's very, very important because for pullets, if you miss any vaccination schedule and you don't do the vaccination the way you're supposed to do it, some will not lay well, some will not lay for a long time. You will begin to have mortality when they start laying. So you want to get things right from the day old. So why do you give the IO vaccine? To provide early and broad spectrum protection against a variety of diseases, particularly those that affect their respiratory and immune system. Everybody needs to go and get a book and pen to jot things down. IO vaccine actually offers several advantages, including early immunity to disease, reduced stress. You know, when your birds are not sick, the stress is reduced. And generally, we can just say it helps stimulate the immune systems of the birds, causing them to create antibodies. So now I'm going to show you how we are going to do this IO vaccine. You know, normally when we are doing the broiler vaccine, maybe Lasota or Gumburu, we use the milk. But we're not going to be using milk. We're going to be using something we call the injection water. Or you can go to the pharmacy. I bought this one from the pharmacy. This is 10 ml. This is 10 ml. That's 20 ml. 10 ml might be enough, but you don't want to be less stranded, so we just got 20 ml. This like this is very cheap. It's 200 naira. So we don't use milk for this vaccine. We don't use milk for this method. We use this, which is the sterile water. You can tell them you want injection water or sterile water. So this is the sterile water or injection water. So what we are going to be doing now, so come close. So what we are going to be doing now is the injectable method using our syringe. This is the syringe that we're going to be using, the injectable method. So moving forward, what you're going to do, everybody has become a doctor right now. What you do is, okay, you just, you know, because you want to take the sterile water. Can you see what I'm doing? Then you drag it. You drag it. All you just want is a little dose to be able to miss your, I just took a little to be able to miss your vaccine. You will use all the water. Like I always tell you, when you are doing vaccination, remove this cap. Remove the cap. Remove the cap. Very, very important for you to remove the cap. It is very, very important. Remove this cap, but make sure that the rubber part inside does not remove. But for this one, I'm just going to try and take this lid away from the up. You can see, ta-da! So I just inject. First of all, you shook it, then you inject your water inside. You shake. You can see that it is fully dissolved. Can you see that the chocolate stuff is very easy for your vaccine to dissolve? It's fully dissolved. Then this way, the same way you did it, you extract it out. If you can't get it out only the first time, it's okay. You can go the second time. You extract it out. I wanted to use a cup, but you can never be too careful. You can see that I want to use a cup. There's a cup inside. You extract it out. You just pour it inside the cup. Make sure that you extract everything. I'm going to go back again to make sure that the small ones inside, I take everything. Even if you have to go multiple times, it's fine. Even if you have to go multiple times, I'm so sure that this thing is finished already. Even if you have to go multiple times to make sure that you get it right, it is fine, provided you take all the fluid away. People will say it's a lot of work. When you are used to it, you will see it as nothing. When you are used to it, you see it as nothing actually. So tada, you're done. So what you do is your sterile water or injectable water, just put everything inside the sterile water. You can actually open it from here too. You can open it from here and still you can open it from where I just did right now. So you just want to pour everything. I'm going to open the second one too. You can use a knife, you can use scissors to cut it. I'm going to open the second one too and just put it. As you can see, This is the liquid. You'll probably be wondering, how am I going to now put this in the eyes of the birds? How am I going to now put this in the eyes of the birds? You'll probably be wondering, how do I put this in the eyes of the birds? That's where you need a container like this, like an eye drop container. You can get this container from anywhere. An eye drop container, you really need it to do that. So what we're going to be doing is, we are going to be go again with our syringe. This time it will be very easy for you to extract. Just extract the liquid. Extract the liquid. This eye drop stuff, it has a hole at the mouth. You all know what eye drop is. It has a hole at the mouth, so I'm just going to inject into the into it like this. Yep. So or another way you can do it, you can also open the eye drop stuff. You can still open the mat here. You can still open the mat and just, pour it inside easily. You can actually open here. You can pour it inside, then you close up back. So next, we're going to be injecting the birds with the eye over. So now, let me show you how you are supposed to give your IO vaccine. The first thing you're going to do is that you're going to take all your pullets to one side of your carton. Now let's get to it. This is our vaccine. You already know how we did this already, so let's get to it. Make sure that it's coming out. You want to make sure that you try and dip several times to make sure that it's coming out. All you want to do is one drop in their eyes. This is going to be a long process, but we'll try as much as possible. I will try and check their weight later and show you, but for now we want to be very fast because these birds are stressed, so they are very small. They are smaller than our broilers. So all you want to do is, all you are doing is just one drop in the eyes. Don't be scared. Open the eyes. Make sure you wash your hand though. Open the eye. I hope you all can see. One drop. That's all. You are done. And you want to do it very, very, very fast. You want to do it like a professional. Very, very fast, because you have a lot. Except your clock is not much. You have a lot that you want to do. Just one drop. Don't go and say because 2 drops entered, you are scared though. Just one drop in the eyes. Just one drop in the eyes. It's a very tedious work, I know, but you must do it. If you cannot do it, then ask a vet to do it for you. But it's very easy to do. Very, very easy. I hope you all can see what I'm doing now. I'm only going to do one carton for you. Then the other ones, I'm going to do it off camera so I can be very fast. You want to work as quick as possible. You want to work as quick as possible. Yes. You want to work as quick as possible. Very, very important. Imagine you have 3,000 birds right now, you want to do this. But one person does not do it. You understand? Before you know now, this place, somebody else will have to come. So immediately you finish giving the IO, like you have done with this carton, all you have to do is go and just pour them. Just when you are done, just go and pour them on the floor. Very important. Just go and allow that one that you have done. Don't wait to do all. Don't wait to do all before. All you have is one drop. Like you can see, the thing is still full. You can see it's still full, so it will be enough for all the beds. It will even remain. Maybe when I'm doing the last carton, I'll video it again to see the quantity that is remaining. But then again, the sterile water is not expensive. 10 ml is 100 naira, so it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to be safe than sorry. So you want to do it. So you can see that layers and broilers, they are totally different from how you take care of them from day old. Brooding is universal, like I said. It's probably the same thing you do for all your birds. You see this one, like I said, people do this for their broilers for day old, but I don't really see any need for it. But if you want to do it for your broilers, you can do it for your broilers. Make sure the water is entering inside though. Don't go and say you want to if 2 drop enter, there is no bad thing like 2 drop enter though. I overdosed it. No. Nothing like that. But just supposed to be a drop so that it will go round for all the beds. Well, the pullets, they are active. So you can see we are done with one carton. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go and just pour them. You just pour them so they can go and take vitamin. Don't wait till you finish everything. So you see, that's all. Pour them. Let them go and take water. So that's it. So let's quickly do another one. Like I said, just put all of them to one side so you know the one that you've done. One drop is enough. You know, you can actually be counting as you are doing it. So you know the number of bears, that your bears are complete. Like I said, if you want to give it to your broilers, you can, but I don't see the need. For tonight, 50. You all know that it's 51 bears in a carton, right? It's supposed to be 50, but the archery will always put one as contingency, just in case of mortality. So that's that. So it's successfully giving every one of them the eye vaccine, and you can see that we've introduced feed. Yes, like I told you, as we are just injecting them, just you just free them to go and take water. So after a while, we introduce feed. I already told you that we're using the chicken feed. Yes, as you can see, we're using two charcoal pots. Please, pullets and boilers are not the same thing. Yes, brooding might be breeding might not be so hard. It's the same way you do boilers and layers, but when it comes to pullets, it requires some technicality. Pullets need more heat than boilers, and also pullets they don't eat like boilers. So they don't eat like boilers. The first 2 days they really not eat. They don't really eat much like that. But when they start eating, they start eating. So you can see that there are feeders everywhere in the pen. There are feeders everywhere in the pen. And the best, so God be the glory, there was no mortality in the carton. The weak ones in the carton, you have to help them drink water. So they are all looking really active, and it's actually a good one. They are looking very, very active, and it's a good one. So when they finish this medication water, which is vitamin and glucose, like I said, tomorrow we will introduce what's it called, antibiotics, vitamin, bobo enzyme. We're going to introduce that tomorrow. So for now, the beds are really, really, really doing great. Don't forget, don't just go the way you do boilers. Just pour food. Don't keep food in the tray. They will sleep on it. Or it's best that you always give them fresh food. Yes, and like I said, the way you take care of your pullets, that's how to know the ones that will lay egg for you. If you want pullet to lay egg for you, you have got to take care of them very, very, very well. Like our boiler series, you always see that maybe by the second look, that you probably might not be using charcoal. Boilers, as they grow, as they grow, each day comes, they tend to grow every day. Though all birds grow every day, but the ones for pullets is not so significant. So please take care of your pullets, observe your birds, walk around in their midst, make sure the place is warm. They don't like cold. They don't like cold at this stage. Yes, they don't like cold, please. So you want to make sure everywhere is. It does not necessarily have to be hot, 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 hot. It just have to be warm. So two, yeah. So the one we are looking very good. So we'll come back and check the beds again much later. But for now, like I always tell you, when you box your beds, always check for the weak ones, help them drink, and put them in the tray so they know food. Like this ones now, you see, when they just unbox them, all they wanted to do was just be pecking anything they see. And when you don't use carton, they will eat that with that sawdust. But if you are using wood shavings, it is fine. So that's it for now.